structure behind us. So, I mean, the paper ticket is no way equivalent to the electronic. They're different media. But in what sense are they equivalent? They are deontically equivalent. And that's what we're trying to model here, is this notion of this deep deontic equivalence. So this gives a notion of what does it mean to validate that you have done this transformation. So somebody comes in with this other technology and you say, is it the same or not? Does it do the same underlying function or not? And that's the theory we're trying to develop.
Yeah, so the question is now, he tried to capture deontic process. First,
Right.
use whatever deontic feature net that, which I will ask later. Okay, so where is the source for him to derive this deontic process?
Yeah, it's here. It's from the contract law regulation.
Are those documents your source? You try to look at different documents, try to abstract what's common
That's
in
right.
the document.
That's right.
So the documents, what's on your right-hand side actually is your starting point, right?
Right, for modeling
Top
deontic
right.
process. Right. This is
No, in that chart, in that chart.
Is it?
Yeah.
Right. How to come up with here? What there are two things. Okay.
Yeah.
In order to come up with here, you need to have a formalism. That means a language.
No,
is
that's
not
just a representation. But
Okay.
what I'm saying is, where do you get this process? Where you find it?
Yeah, just representation. Represent.
No, not
Right,
representation.
that's two things. One is the representation. The second thing is the domain knowledge. Domain knowledge. This need expert on the area, legal expert especially, right? What I do here, I try to replicate like I'm a legal expert, but I
Right.
look at the specific. Here, in this case, I look at the international guides on the documentary
Okay.
procedure,
Okay.
the right, the obligation and right and so forth, and build up certain sample model.
Sure. So you have domain knowledge, whatever, from experts. So you have deontic process. And now what you try to do is this modeling, right? It's a mapping. That's the representation part, right?
This is the first step. This is the first step. Right, this is the first step. Come up
No,
with
no,
the
no.
deontic process.
Before that, before this deontic process, just to draw a box to the domain knowledge.
Yes, this is domain knowledge. Here.
Yeah, just to draw a box.
Let me-
Yeah, domain knowledge. Yeah.
Okay.
Then draw a line from domain knowledge to deontic
This
process.
needs-
Yeah. So is that your work? That link?
No.
No.
That
Okay.
thing is here, from here,
That's coming.
from the deontic
Okay.
process model into the requirement, into the control requirement. That these documentary procedure need to certify in order to safeguard the involved party in this process against potential opportunistic behavior.
Okay. So
Do you have a red pen?
Yes.
Draw a circle around deontic process.
yeah. Okay. So that's
Draw
your
a
starting
circle
point.
around control requirements.
Yes.
Are these your contribution?
Definitely. Look
Oh,
at
I
it
guessed
here.
right. How much of it?
But let me put it away. I think it's not precise. Deontic process is not your contribution. Deontic process is whatever in the domain.
But how they can do? What
I
is the
think
formalism they
the
can do?
formulation of the deontic process.
That's right. It's
Right, yeah, that's right.
how to represent it. It's not deontic process itself.
Deontic
Right.
process is getting from the
Yeah,
expert.
expert.
But-
That's
but
what
how-
I'm saying.
But
you
how
know.
to formally
Why is it
represent
called
the
deontic
deontic process?
procedure?
So how you represent the process?
Represent the deontic process
Okay.
so that you can write a program
Yeah.
and then
That's
deontic
fine.
That's the
Yeah, I
I think it's-
understand what he did,
Right.
but that's the way he
Right,
described it.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, make the
He's
point.
not trying to figure out the deontic process
Yeah.
itself. That's
No.
not part of it.
No, that's
He's trying to find a way to represent the
Exactly.
Okay,
You
so
need to
yeah,
type
So that
Okay.
legal expert could provide you with the
Right,
abstract deontic process.
Definitely,
Yeah, sure,
definitely.
okay.
Let me frame the contribution again
Yeah,
so it's
yeah.
not clear. Okay.
yeah.
What I contribute is there are two areas here very clear. The first thing is I provide a formalism, namely deontic patrinet for modeling deontic process.
All right.
Okay. I also show a set of example to apply the formalism to certain application, include
Okay.
the casting
That-
defense
yeah,
documentary.
that's
This
fine.
can
Yeah.
be considered as a
Yeah.
contribution.
Yeah, yeah. That's,
Sure,
that's
people need to use the sample model
yeah.
in order to do their real work.
Right, yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Another contribution, the key or the principal contribution of the research is the method for deriving control requirement. At the title of the dissertation, this is the formal method for deriving control requirement. But we need to model, we need to have a formal model, otherwise we cannot derive the
Right,
control
so
requirement.
basically now you have a way to implement the formal model, right? The implementation itself you call the control requirements. Or whatever the result generate from implementation is called control requirements.
I
Is
not
that
clear
right?
on the concept implementation.
Not the implementation. What he's doing is, you have a document, the
Right.
Deontic knowledge.
Right.
From the Deontic knowledge, he has developed a
Let's say
formal way of representing that in a
That's right.
Deontic in a control way.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And this is the second one.
Right, right.
The first
The first one.
The first one. And the second one is, once you have all these controls, then to find out a efficient way of representing the original process, so that you can simplify the process.
So there is another
Because
control
the whole objective is to simplify the process. And to simplify the process, you have to take out some of the control, you have to add some of the control and all those things. So once you formalize that, then only you can say, okay, this control is duplicate in the, just a very simple way of thinking about it. This control is duplicate, so let's take out this control from here. Really. So that's a very high level.
Right, but how do you know whether it's complicated then against what the thing is? Those control requirements now are based on different documents?
No. The control requirement here is after you model the deontic process,
Right.
you have the obligation, right, and so forth, the underlying thing that people need to accomplish in the transaction,
Mm-hmm.
right? And now what the document procedure need to be specified in order to secure, to limit the opportunistic behavior in the deontic process. For instance, I have no right, but I have an evidence of the deoblating or right.
Mm-hmm.
That is not a secure procedure, right?
Okay, yeah. Just can you quickly explain those two boxes? What's the relationship? I want to just see.
The box here,
Yeah,
the box here.
No, those
This
two.
one?
Yeah, those two
This one,
contribute.